Good evening. I'm John Boss, and you're watching DV Real News TV. Today, we bring you a developing story from Abraka, a town in Delta State, Nigeria, where tensions have escalated following reports of security forces allegedly opening fire on unarmed residents protesting a surge in kidnappings. On June 3, 2025, residents of Abraka took to the streets to protest the increasing incidence of kidnappings in their community. The demonstrators, comprising men, women, and youths, demanded immediate action from authorities to address the security challenges plaguing their town. According to reports from Sahara reporters, the peaceful protest turned violent when Nigerian soldiers and police officers allegedly opened fire on the demonstrators. Eyewitnesses claim that the security forces used live ammunition to disperse the crowd, leading to injuries among the protesters. The exact number of casualties remains unconfirmed at this time. The incident has sparked outrage among residents and human rights organizations. Many have condemned the alleged use of excessive force against unarmed civilians exercising their right to peaceful assembly. Community leaders are calling for an independent investigation into the actions of the security personnel involved. As of this broadcast, there has been no official statement from the Nigerian Army or the Delta State Police Command regarding the incident. Efforts to reach representatives for comments have been unsuccessful. Human rights groups are urging the government to hold those responsible accountable and to implement measures to prevent such occurrences in the future. This incident is not isolated. There have been previous reports of security forces using force against civilians during protests in Nigeria. For instance, in December 2021, soldiers allegedly opened fire on residents protesting insecurity in Katsina State, resulting in fatalities and injuries. Such incidents have raised concerns about the approach of security agencies towards civil demonstrations. The recurring pattern of alleged excessive force by security personnel has led to renewed calls for comprehensive reforms within Nigeria's security apparatus. Advocates emphasize the need for training in crowd control, adherence to human rights standards, and mechanisms for accountability to restore public trust. John Boss. The situation in Abraka underscores the delicate balance between maintaining public order and respecting citizens' rights to peaceful protest. As investigations unfold, DV Real News TV remains committed to providing updates on this developing story. We urge authorities to conduct a thorough and transparent inquiry to ensure justice and prevent future occurrences. We report on a tragic incident that occurred on June 3, 2025, along the Lagos-Benin Expressway, where a Nigerian Customs Service officer allegedly shot and killed a civilian during an altercation reportedly involving a demand for a bribe. According to eyewitness accounts, a group of travelers returning from abroad were en route to Benin City when their vehicle was stopped by customs officers at the Sagamu interchange on the Lagos-Benin Expressway. The officers allegedly demanded a 5,000 Nigerian nairas bribe to allow the travelers to proceed. An argument ensued, during which a customs officer reportedly discharged his firearm, fatally wounding a civilian identified as G.O. Passengers on the bus recounted that after refusing to pay the bribe, tensions escalated. One passenger attempted to record the interaction on his phone, leading to a confrontation. During the ensuing chaos, a customs officer allegedly fired his weapon, resulting in the death of a Nigerian. The Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, acknowledged the incident, stating that the victim was not a passenger but a civilian acquaintance who frequented the area. The NCS described the shooting as accidental, occurring during a struggle between officers and passengers. The officer involved, Assistant Superintendent D.O., sustained injuries and is receiving medical treatment. Four members of the patrol team have been detained pending investigation. The incident has sparked widespread outrage, with calls for justice and accountability. Human rights organizations and the Nigerian Bar Association have demanded a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the shooting. This tragic event underscores the urgent need for comprehensive reforms within the Nigeria Customs Service to prevent such incidents in the future. DV Real News TV will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available.
We delve into a troubling incident from Benin City, Edo State, where a routine environmental sanitation exercise allegedly escalated into violence, raising serious concerns about enforcement practices and citizens' rights. On the last Saturday of the month, Edo State conducts its environmental sanitation exercise, during which movement is typically restricted between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. This past weekend, Reports emerged of sanitation operatives allegedly assaulting residents who were found outside during the restricted hours. Among those reportedly affected was a pregnant woman, sparking widespread outrage and calls for accountability. It's important to note that the legality of such movement restrictions has been questioned in the past. In a landmark 2015 ruling, the Federal High Court in Lagos declared that restricting movement during environmental sanitation exercises is unconstitutional, as it violates citizens' rights to freedom of movement. Despite this, some states, including Edo, continue to enforce these restrictions. In response to the incident, the Edo State Waste Management Board emphasized the importance of maintaining environmental cleanliness but did not directly address the allegations of assault. The board has previously stated its commitment to enforcing environmental laws and has prosecuted violators through mobile courts. The alleged assault has ignited public outcry, with many citizens expressing frustration over what they perceive as heavy-handed enforcement tactics. Civil society organizations have called for a thorough investigation into the incident and for measures to ensure that enforcement of environmental laws does not infringe upon citizens' rights. As the state grapples with balancing environmental concerns and civil liberties, this incident serves as a stark reminder of the need for clear guidelines and humane enforcement practices. Ensuring public health should not come at the expense of individual rights and dignity.
A developing story from Benue State, Nigeria, where a surge in violence has led to the displacement of over 18,000 individuals in April alone, exacerbating an already dire humanitarian situation. According to the Benue State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, recent attacks on communities in Otukpo and Apa local government areas have forced thousands to flee their homes. SEMA Executive Secretary E.S. reported that approximately 8,000 people are currently sheltered in Adoka, Otukpo LGA, while another 10,000 have taken refuge in Agbakpo, Apa LGA. The influx of displaced persons has overwhelmed existing facilities, with camps struggling to provide adequate shelter, food, and medical care. The state government, in collaboration with humanitarian organizations, has distributed relief materials, including rice, beans, gari, and yams, to alleviate the suffering. However, the needs far exceed the available resources, prompting calls for increased support from the federal government and international partners. UNICEF has pledged to reach the newly displaced individuals with essential services, including vaccinations, despite the challenging security environment. Dr. Ifeinwa Enyanyo, a health specialist at the UNICEF field office in Enugu, emphasized the organization's commitment to ensuring that displaced populations receive necessary healthcare interventions. Benue State, often referred to as Nigeria's food basket, now hosts over 500,000 internally displaced persons, according to Governor Hyacinth Alia. The ongoing insecurity has not only displaced communities, but also disrupted agricultural activities, leading to food shortages and economic instability. The escalating crisis in Benue State underscores the urgent need for comprehensive security measures and humanitarian assistance. As the state grapples with the challenges of displacement and insecurity, coordinated efforts from government agencies, international organizations, and civil society are crucial to restoring stability and providing relief to affected populations. DV Real News TV will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. I'm John Boss. Good night.